Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas day 5. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I know it's barely 5 days, but I am so freaking proud of myself because 5 days in a row is crazy, guys. Like, literally, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was like gonna skip today, like I was gonna just give myself one day off, but then I was like, you know what, I read you guys comments. Some of you guys say you guys look forward to my videos every day, and I'm just like, I gotta do this for you guys. I gotta do this for you guys. So here I am with another story time because you guys seem to like my story time. So I'm here with another one. So before we get started, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. It only takes a second and it's free. Also, if you guys want to follow me on my Instagram and my TikTok, I'm always posting there. It's right here. I'll wait. Go follow it, guys. You come back. Go follow it. So as you read the title, today's story time is how I witnessed somebody literally getting possessed in front of me. And I never mentioned this story time because, one, I just didn't want to talk about the situation because it scares me. Like, in my last story time, I told you guys about how I got one of the teachers fired. Like, not personally me, but you know. So go watch that video if you haven't. But in that story, I mentioned I went to a private Catholic school for a year, my 7th grade year, and I told you guys a lot of crazy stuff happened inside that school. Like, when I tell you guys, like, I'm sure that school is haunted. Like, things would go on in there, like not only like paranormal things, but just like the staff, like just crazy stuff would go. So like, I just never wanted to mention it, but I'm pretty sure they did close that school down already, so whatever. That just like proves more of my point that it was crazy. Like, they literally closed it down. But let's get started with the story time to not keep you guys waiting. So if you guys haven't seen my last story, on my 7th grade year, I lived in this town, and that town had a certain middle school that everybody goes to. But since I was kind of involved in a lot of drama, my mom didn't want me to go to that middle school because I was going to get into fights and just more drama. So she was like, you know what, I'm going to send you to a private school. And mind you guys, private schools are expensive, okay? They're expensive. So obviously she wasn't gonna send me to like the most bougiest, best one, you know? Like, she kind of put it where it was like her budget, if that makes sense. But it wasn't even more about the budget. It was more so like she kind of signed me up late. So like a lot of schools, like they were already like maximum capacity, you know? But that school, wonder why, still has space for me. So I ended up going to that school, and in that school, every grade only has one classroom. So it's only one classroom for 8th graders, one classroom for 7th graders, one classroom for, like, you know, each grade has one classroom. So I was in 7th grade, so we had our little pack, and then in the what's it called? In the floor that the 7th graders were on, it was 7th, 8th, and 6th graders. So it was like the middle school floor or whatever. And on that floor, the one underneath it was the principal's office, where like kind of like the sisters, like the nuns, would hang out. And you could really only go down there when you're exiting the building, because the 8th, 7th, and 6th graders, they were the top floor, like all the way at the top. And then on the bottom of that was like the office, so like the sisters and the principal. And then under that was 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. And then under that was like the babies, like the kindergartners and 1st graders or whatever. So they kind of had like the basement, but there's another floor under that, which was like the basement, and that's where like the lunchroom / gym was at. Guys, it was so scary. Like, I don't know how to put it in your head. Like, the basement was where we ate lunch and where we played for gym. Like, that's literally how creepy it was. And anyways, so when I entered that school as well, I wanted like a new beginning, so I joined student council as well. And in student council, like, you get to do fun stuff, honestly, you really do. So the teacher, like, she would kind of always send us like to the basement to get like supplies or whatever. And what's it called, so she had told me and my friend one time, like, oh, can you guys go get this paper for student council downstairs with like one of the coloring flags, or like some flags we had to get. And we're like, yeah, like, come on, like, we get out of class, whatever. So we go downstairs, and as we're going downstairs, obviously you have to pass the sisters. So the first thing that creeped me out was the sisters were like in a circle, okay? Like, they were right by the stairs. They were in a circle, and then there was a candle in the middle, and they were just like, I don't know, like, I'm assuming they were praying. So we kind of just like kept walking, because it was sort of normal. Like, they kind of always did that. It's creepy, but it was normal. So we kept walking, And then obviously we had to pass the lower grade like levels too, their floors. And while we were passing, like we seen like two little girls. Well, this is the creepy part, okay? I seen them, but my friend that was with me didn't see them. So literally, like, as we're walking down the stairs, you like don't pass through the hallway of the other kids, but you like just like you don't go through it, but you pass it, if that makes sense. So while we were passing like the babies, like the kindergartners, first graders, I just seen like two little girls with dresses like just run. And mind you, it was like December, so I literally told my friend, I was like, why do they have dresses, you know, like that's crazy. And my friend was just like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, you didn't like the girls, like two little girls. And she was like, bro, like she was like, bro. And we just kept walking. I was like, okay. Like, I didn't think much of it. I was like, whatever. So once we get like, we had to pass that, and then once we got to the basement, you have to go like behind where like it's kind of like a little stage thing, and that's where the flags were. So we go behind, and once we go behind, we see like this guy and this girl like behind there, and they were looking for like other stuff too because they were part of student council. And we're like, oh, like, hi guys. And she was like, the guy was like, oh, like, what are you guys looking for? And we're like, oh, like some of the flags. And what's it called, as soon as like we're like having a conversation, so we're having a conversation about the flag that we're trying to find, and the girl that the guy was with, like, she's just completely staring into the wall. And like I looked at her, and then I kind of like tapped my friend, and my friend was just like, what is she doing? So the guy, he like, you know, pushes her and was like, bro, like, come on, like, look for it, like, because we were all kind of annoyed because we were like, where is it? So the guy pushed the girl and was like, come on, like, look for it, help. And the girl was like, okay. And then so we're looking for it, and then the girl, she was like, bro, why do those girls have dresses? And I didn't see it that time, and nobody else seen it. So the guy and the girl, we were like, bro, what's up with my friend was like, what's up with dresses today? And she was like, what do you mean? And then she was like, oh, like, Bella just seen two little girls with dresses right now too, but I didn't see them. And the girl, the one that seen, like, said, oh, there's two girls with dresses, she was like, oh, you guys didn't see the two girls with dresses right now? And we were just like, we were like, no. And she kind of just looked at us like she thought we were playing with her, but we really didn't see two girls. But I believed her because I had just seen two girls with dresses. So I was like, hold on, like, what's happening here? So then, so then the guy kind of like started picking up what I was thinking. My friend, she was kind of still like, you guys are joking, you know? But the guy was kind of picking up on what I was thinking, like, okay, this is a little weird, you know? So then the guy was like, why were you staring at the wall? And she was like, I wasn't staring at the wall. And that's when my friend kind of was like, we just seen you stare at the wall, girl. Like, what are you talking about? So then we just looked at her and we were like, yes, you were just staring at the wall. And she was like, no, I wasn't. I was helping you guys. And bro, like, guys, this still gives me goosebumps because, like, it was just so scary. So then we're just like, you know what? We can't find the flags. Like, we just called it a day. We're like, we can't find the flags. And they found what they had to find. So we just all went upstairs. So then again, as we're passing the kindergarten thing, the guy was like, are those the two girls you guys seen? We look, none of us girls seen two girls. So mind you, me, the girl that was with the guy, and the guy all just seen two girls with dresses, but we're seeing them at different times. You know, like, does that make sense? Like, when one person sees it, the other three don't see it. So then we're just like, bro, like, this is so weird. So then, like, we have to go all the way back up to our, like, main floor for our grade levels. We have to go all the way back up there. So then we're passing the sisters again. And this time, the sisters stop us. The sisters were like, oh, like, where'd you guys come from? And we were like, oh, like, the basement. And then she was like, okay. And she called my friend that came with me. She was like, can you come in the middle? Like, can you get the candle for me? And my friend was like, oh, like, yeah, because, like, she didn't ask my friend to go to the middle of the center, like the middle of them praying, because that would have been like really creepy. But they were done praying, so the circle that they were in, like, they weren't in a circle anymore, but the candle was still in the middle. So the sister was like, can you get the candle, please? And she made a little joke like, oh, we're too old, our knees don't work anymore, or something like that, like, just like a little joke. And my friend was like, oh, like, of course, sister, because, like, you know. So my friend goes and gets the candle, and as soon as my friend gets the candle, she grabs it, she stands, and she just like looks at the candle, like, literally, like, guys, you guys are not gonna believe me. Okay, pretend this is a candle, okay? So she goes right there, she does a candle like this. And mind you, I'm just like, am I seeing this? Like, and I look at the guy and the girl, and they're like also like we're not panicking because we can't show like, you know, that we're panicking because like we're gonna look like, you know, but the fact that we just seen girls and now this is happening, we're just like, you know. So then the sister, like, she starts kind of like not giggling creepily, but she like makes like a like a laugh, you know. And as soon as she laughs, like my friend just snaps out of it. My friend's like, here sister, like literally just grabs a candle and acts like that just didn't freaking happen. So we were just like like, you know, like we were in shock. So then she was like, okay, you guys can go back to your room. And like we're walking up the stairs, mind you, us three, me, the guy, and the girl that the guy was with, we did not mention to her that we just seen her stand at a candle and like look at it like that. Like we did not mention to her at all. We just stay silent. So we go back to our classroom because we're all 7th graders, so you know, like we're on the same classroom. So we're in the classroom, and then the guy like kind of pulls me to the side, and he was like, so like, are we gonna talk about that? Like, and I was like, no. Like I looked at him, I was like, no. I was too scared. Like we had like 30 minutes left of school. Like I was just trying to go home and get out of that building. So I was just like like literally this exactly. I was like, no, like let's not, like let's just pretend that didn't happen and whatever. So then the bell rings and, you know, everybody's going to their locker to get their stuff, and my friend comes to me and she was like, I have this, like, we're just talking, she was like, bro, I have this weird stomach pain. Like she was like, I have this super weird stomach pain. And I was like, oh, like why? Like did you eat? Like I'm not even thinking about like what happened anymore. Like I'm kind of just like whatever, like blur. So I'm like, oh, like did you eat? And she was like, yeah, I don't know, it just hurts. And I was like, oh, like maybe you'll feel better tomorrow, like go home and eat more or something, or like take a nap. And she was like, yeah, like I probably am, you know. So then whatever, so the next day happens, and like we're in school and it's lunch. So then me and my friend, we always sit together at lunch, and the guy and the girl that he was with when they were in the basement, both of them come and sit with us. And mind you, we're not a friend group, we're not all friends, so like I was kind of like, are you guys sitting with us? So they sat with us, and they were like, we like the guy and the girl, they were just like, we can't get off like what happened yesterday, like are you guys still thinking about it? And I was just like, I'm just trying to like forget about it, like, you know, it's whatever, like it didn't really happen. And my friend was like like, what are you guys talking about? And what's it called, as soon as she said like, what are you guys talking about, that's when she was like, bro, those two girls with dresses. And me, the guy, and the girl were like, dresses, like, you know, because we remembered yesterday we all seen two girls with dresses, like little girls, other than my friend. She was the only one that never seen never seen them. So then my friend was like, yeah, like you don't see them. And we were like again, like what's happening? And then my friend was like, what do you mean again? And we were like, oh, like remember when we were downstairs in the basement and we seen like two girls? And my friend was like, we came to the basement downstairs like yesterday. And we were like literally, like guys, I'm getting goosebumps. But literally I was just like, there's no way, like no way. So then the guy, he was like, so you don't remember grabbing the candle? And she was like, no, like what candle? And guys, I was just so like, there's no way, like dude. And after that, guys, we kind of just all like froze in a way. And then she was just like, guys, like what are you guys talking about? Like she thought we were she thought we were pranking her. Like she was like, guys, like what are we talking about? Like what are you guys saying? And I was just like, no, like I was like, something's going on, like there's no way, like you're either joking with us or something. And she was like, no, you guys have to be joking with me, like did you not see the two girls? Like what are you guys talking about? And we were like, no, we didn't see the two girls, but we seen them yesterday at different times. And she didn't believe us, like she thought we were like pranking her, and we thought she was pranking us. So it was three of us thinking she's pranking us and her thinking we're pranking her. So it was just so crazy. And then I was just getting so annoyed. I was like, bro, like I got mad at her. I was like, bro, stop playing. Like you're literally joking, dude. Like stop. Like it's not funny no more. And she was like, she was genuinely like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was just telling her like, quit playing. And like we got into like a little disagreement about it because she thought I was lying and I thought she was lying. So I kind of just like ended it, and I was like on my phone scrolling on TikTok. And after that, like we kind of just like laughed. We brushed it under the rug, and none of us ever talked about it again. Like we didn't bring it up again, like nothing. And this was kind of like by like winter break kind of. So like I guess winter break helped us like forget about it. Well, at least me. It kind of always stuck behind my head, but I tried my best to just be like, it's not my business. So yeah, guys, so that was just like the scary experience. One guys, there's so many other scary experiences from this school that I can talk about. So let me know in the comments, do you guys just want more of these scary like little stories? But that was it for today's story time. I'll see you guys in Vlogmas day 6 tomorrow. Bye.